கண்ணே கலைமானே கனிமயிலினை கண்டேனுனை நானே அந்தி பகலுனை நான் பார்க்கிறேன் ஆண்டவனே இதைதான் கேட்கிறேன் ஆரிராரோ रीरारिरो सुरमई अखियों में नन्हा मुन्ना एक सपना दे जा रे. That's right. सुरमई अखियों में नन्हा मुन्ना एक सपना दे जा रे. I've been working for and with National Association for the Blind for more than 40 years. Actually 40 years. 1969 was the first time I ever performed for the National Association for the Blind in Ahmedabad. And that's a long, long time, isn't it? But hey, haven't we woken up as yet? We need to do that. And that's what I'm here for, to tell you how important it is for us to always concentrate on what they can and not what they cannot. It's beyond my thinking capacity, as I'm sure it is for you as well. Many of you might agree with me when I say, why should we give somebody a job or include them in something because they are visually challenged? Why can't we say, hey, they're really good, and then say, oh, did you know they were visually challenged? Isn't that a whole different world of thinking? That's the way I feel. And I know that it can happen. Mine is a very, very small drop in the ocean, but a definitive contribution. For all of us, seeing is believing. But for all of them, believing is seeing. They believe, and so they see. Isn't that so much better? I mean, if you believe, only then can you see. So many times we see so many things and then we have to believe it, and then that's really sad. But for them, the quality is so much nicer when they believe, and because they believe, they see. They believe that I can sing, or they believe that I'm 5'7", and so they can see what 5'7" is, or they can feel what the voice is. Isn't that so much more exciting? Or they can see because they believe that somebody says this is a red dress that she's wearing on the ramp, or somebody says this is a beautiful sari that she's wearing in black and gold, because they believe, so they see it, and visually so beautiful. So why can't we do that as well? Why can't we just say, hey, they are absolutely fantastic and they can sing so beautifully, and so why don't we give them a job? At this, when I talk about jobs, the reason why I'm talking about it is because I'm not here just to talk about fashion or National Association for the Blind, but I'm here to talk about the connect. I'm here to talk about the fact that we need to be aware, and we need to spread that awareness, which is much more prevalent abroad than it is over here. You know, someone like Stevie Wonder, someone like Jose Feliciano, nobody even thinks, or Ray Charles, nobody even thinks or gives it a second thought that he or she is visually challenged. They'll just love their music. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. And after you've heard the song a million times, you say, hey, did you know he was blind? Isn't that crazy? We need to talk about them as mainstream. We need to accept them. So come join me and support the National Association for the Blind.
I convey my sincere good wishes to the National Association of Blind. I've always maintained that they're not disabled, but they're differently able. I wish them success on their program on the 31st of January. I'm told that there's a fashion show being organized. There are cultural shows every year to support the program. I thank all those who will be participating in the show, and hopefully the fundraising dinner will serve the purpose for the National Association of Blind. Let's all come together and help the differently able people. Thank you so much.
This is to pass on a message of goodness and love, and of course a huge amount of appreciation for the National Association for the Blind, also the West Bengal wing, which has been doing some great work to help out our brothers and sisters, and actually a part of a family, to bring them up to speed, to make sure that this little disability, if I may call so, is being overcome by helping everyone to educate themselves, empowering them with employment. And of course, I'm an entertainer myself, So I'm really thrilled that the association has also organized this outstanding fashion show on the 31st of January 2010, and a lot of celebs are coming for it. I've heard Dewey is there, and Sharmila Tagore is there, Shomit Chatterjee is there, and I wish I could be there, but unfortunately I have to be out. But I wish, I'm sure the fashion show will be outstanding because the participants are from the association also, and all these stars, and what will make this fashion show is the participation of all the people who the Blind Association is helping. And God bless you all. My best wishes. I want you guys to clap the hardest and the loudest, and I pray to Allah that all goes well for the show, and inshallah there are times when God tests us. He puts us in a position where we are supposed to overcome difficulties, and this is one of the difficulties that Allah has given to lots of us, and the Association for the Blind India and especially the West Bengal wing is trying to overcome that. These are children, grown-ups, adults from all walks of life who need to be supported with a lot of love and care. They don't need sympathy because I personally don't think it's a disability when I see all of them making life and making life happen and ends meet. So inshallah, a part of my prayers, a part of your prayers, and the work that the Blind Association is doing is going to give us a much nicer life to lead. And God bless you all, and thank you very much.
I'm here to talk about the National Association for the Blind West Bengal State Branch. They're having a fashion show to be held here in order to collect funds for the association, where patients or individuals who are physically challenged are going to be walking the ramp with some of the top models of the city. I would urge you all to lend your support to this wonderful event, not because it is something that is most valuable, but I think as honored citizens we need to pay attention and give our support to people who are physically challenged. People who are physically challenged need to be brought into the mainstream of life, need to be brought into society as in normal way.